As you can see from the box today, I'm going to be taking a peek at the G303 Shroud Edition versus my Superlight. Hey guys, Ritz here. I wanted to do a review of the 303, which I picked up today, in comparison to the Superlight, which is what I've been using. I also wanted to try out some video editing software and to show my current setup. As you can see, I'm still using the cold clutch, which I like a lot. Toby got it. Anyways, let's dive into this. So real quick, the Superlight is what I was using for the time being. My hands are like 19 by 10, so I have pretty fat hands, as you can see. I don't know if I can overlay it next to the side of the mouse, but you can see kind of how big my hands actually are. So I wanted to try out the G303 because one of my issues with the Superlight is whenever I hold it, let me see if I can give you a good angle. This is usually how I hold it. The side of my hand here will drag against the mouse pad, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. Fortunately, a very soft mouse pad, like the one I'm currently using, kind of remedies that issue, but I still hate that I'm just dragging my skin against anything. That's also why I have such an issue with the SkyPad, is my skin dragging against it gets really old very quickly. So I wanted to compare how the 303 would feel in my hands. So this is me doing my grip. As you can see, I use basically the front of my thumb, front of my fingers. Let's see if I can get a better show here. So this is my grip. My thumb is actually usually very far in the back. I think it's a little bit non-standard. A lot of people have it more forward. I like to have it crunched up like that so I can do that motion with my fingertips. So how my grip changes with the 303, if I'm grabbing it and I hold it and you look at it from the front, here you can see the same thing. The benefit being is that this appears to be taller, and my thumb is anchored here in the back where there's actually a notch. So I'm going to show that off here because I know people are curious about like how it looks like. But you can see how there's this groove here that you can actually like put your thumb on, which is really sick for anchoring. I really like that feeling. I also like just how it fits in my hand due to the increased dimensions. You'll see that my hand rests a little bit higher up. So when I put it down, I'm not having that drag. In fact, my hand is elevated enough that my skin is barely touching the mouse pad on the right hand side here, where compared to my grip originally with the Superlight, it was pretty heavy handed there. So that for wide swings or anything, I'd always have that drag. So I like it a lot. Weight difference wise, the Superlight is 60. You're looking at the G303 Shot Edition at 75. Honestly, it's really not that noticeable. I think it's perfectly fine. I will say with the way that I hold the mouse, my thumb, as you can see, is anchored, so going up it is to the back of the mouse versus the front button. So the front button is probably a little bit difficult for me to get. I truthfully never use the front mouse buttons in most games because I use scroll wheel to portal, scroll wheel king. You'll see that also a big difference, well, hard to see, is if you look at the front of the mouse, you can see that you can feel the tactile, how it has the rubber is, trying to think of the word for it, but there's like indentions all across it, right? Why the 303, if you look at it, is completely smooth. You get that tactile feedback from whenever you scroll it versus like feeling that in your skull. It might drive some people insane. I like it. I think it's pretty good. Click-wise, probably need it better than a headset using this for this, but I'm pretty happy with the clicks. They're Omron 20s. No complaints. I mean, they're not the best in the market from what others have said, but they'll get the job done, right? Looking at other Superlight, I believe it's the same. I think they're a little bit more crisp, but also this is a new mouse versus one that I've been using for a while. So far, I like it a lot. I was kind of concerned about the diamond shape in the back. As you can see, if you look at that closely compared to the potato shape of the Superlight, slightly worried about how that would feel, but actually I like how it grips quite a bit. So I'm going to be trying to use this. We got 3 weeks until December 12th for the SPS finale. So I'm going to try and stick to it, see how I like it. My theory is with the shape of this for claw or going into fingertip and it being more raised than the Superlight, this will be more comfortable. I did some quick callbacks and stuff, which is definitely, day one, but I saw like a 2-3% higher accuracy across a couple different scenarios that was precision based. I felt really comfortable with shooting targets that were really tiny just because of how the grip was. So we'll see how it goes, but this is my quick review. Oh, I almost forgot the price. It definitely was expensive. I got it off of the Logitech website. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $130 after shipping, so it's by no means cheap compared to the Superlight. Both in the same ballpark. In fact, I think the Superlight was 150, but it was reduced down to 130. So I think both are good mice. I think that 303 might win it out after I do some more testing, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.